Hi everyone, welcome to your June 2025 relationship reading for all of you born under the Cancer sign. So welcome. Thank you for joining me today. You're part of a group of four signs that I'm reading that felt more melancholic, sort of lethargic. So I'm wondering if we'll get some answers here, but I just feel like energy is kind of low, and maybe you don't really know why. So we'll see why it's connected here to the relationship reading. So we're going to do the charms first, see what kind of topics that your soul energy and the angels want to bring forward related to your relationships, and then we'll add in the tarot cards. Yep. And just kind of feel where they want to go. And these are relationships with people, pets, food, self, emotions, maybe a specific situation, kind of how you feel about it. So any kind of connection or bond that you might have, even with like finances, etc. So, okay, so we got some movement over here. And tune in where they're. Okay, we're down here. You can see. I don't know if you can see, but I can definitely feel some movement here. So I'm just there. We go. I'm kind of choosing what they wanted. Oh, we got some down here as well. You're the first group energetically to kind of hang out in the bottom of the chart here. Oh, over here. Okay. I moved away from the area too fast, I guess. Okay. I feel like this is the last kind of little bit, but they're just shifting. My fingers are shaking a little bit here, so I don't know if you got a little bit nervous. Okay. So quite interesting that nearly all my relationship readings for June kind of have like these groupings of cautionary charms to kind of build out the message. So I'm just adjusting them, so it lets me tune in, but also helps me make sure I have everything in the right place and kind of see which tiles they're touching, they're crossing, and also where the angels want to start here. So I'll just make sure everything. I'm really shaking. I don't know. I don't know why you're nervous, Cancers. Again, maybe you're nervous about finding out. Because I said I came into your group, into this block of four signs, yourselves, Taurus, Gemini, and Leo, with this feeling of quietness. I'm just kind of sitting, I'm quiet, I'm sad, but I'm not. I don't really know what I'm feeling, but it's not happy. Kind of energy. So we'll see where we're going with this for June, for the month of June, for all of everyone joining today. I mean, the nice thing is, if you have any close relationships with people under Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, or Leo, I mean, I think these are individuals you could reach out to as kind of confidence of being able to empathize and kind of go through it. Wow, I just made a mess. Yeah, I'm getting really nervous energy here. Even though I did the cards, like awkward hand movement. Okay. I'm just gonna, not really feeling here. I know there's a lot of charms here at the top, so it's gonna take us a while to get through. Sorry, I'm just trying to stop to go back to that. I made this card here jump, so. We'll just see if there's any more. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I'm shaking. They're jumping. Okay. And these cards have a bit of a shine on them, so I am going to do my best to trying to keep the light off them as best I can. Okay, where do we want to tune in here? Where do we want to start? Bit of a shadow up there. I know I reached up here. It's like my head wants to go here, but my hand is over here. So maybe you're feeling this. Maybe your head and your heart is not matching right now. Maybe your thoughts and your gut feelings are not matching right now. So I'm gonna go where my hand's going because that's the angels and your soul's energy leading me here. So the future of this relationship, we have the big koi fish, goldfish charm about needing courage, bravery, needing to go with the flow. Things are out of your control. So potentially the future of this relationship, maybe you came in thinking about a specific person or situation, and the future of it at this time, as of June 2025, currently, present day, it's out of your control, or because I'm being drawn into his frown here. Maybe this is just how you feel. Maybe this is your perception. You think the future of this relationship is out of your control. Maybe there's some external factors at play here, or the person you're thinking of, maybe you feel like they're not responding to you here, and you're starting to lose your confidence, your bravery to continue to speak up and talk about the future of your relationship. Now, it is paired with my manifestation, your ability to manifest, my yarn ball on a fresh start. So if you want to take control, if you want to be the one manifesting, you need to start pulling the strings. I don't know why I'm fussing. I'm really fussing with your readings. You gotta pull the thread out, and you need to start manifesting, start influencing the change here. So a fresh start is possible for you, or a renewed sense, a renewed beginning, a new way of living, right? Coexisting in this relationship, a new phase, a new stage. You need to be an initiator here. You need to start contributing, I guess. Don't let go of your strength and bravery here in the relationship if this is something you want to fight for. My pig is on the physical only. This is about a caution to overindulge in all the kind of context. So overindulging in the sense of giving too much, of giving in too much in a relationship, right? Giving into their influence too much as well. So again, that sense of losing control, kind of being validated here, reinforced here with the pig and the caution of it's physical only, so surface level only, lacking depth to this relationship, this person, this bond. And maybe that's new for you. Maybe you're not used to them being kind of surface level with you, disconnected from you. And there's hope here, but it's with my outline only heart. So there's something missing. There's information missing. You feel like a part of your heart is missing. You're just not fulfilled in this relationship. You're not satisfied in all the areas. Or like I was saying, if suddenly they're more surface level, you're lacking clarity here. You're lacking information, depth. You're not sure what's going on with them, but you still have hope for this relationship, which may be why they said to start initiating. Like off the top, we started with the future of the relationship versus last, which is where my head thought to go. So a bit of sort of hope here for the relationship on a child needs help. So this just means, it could be, maybe there's a child in your partnership here, and they need attention, or this is about your relationship with the child, and like I said, they're feeling disconnected. The relationship feels surface level. Maybe uh, you're dealing with the growth of personalities here. Kind of those adolescent years when they really start to become who they are, or they just moved away from home for the first time, and sort of that absence is starting to make you not see everything, or maybe you're starting to see changes in them, and maybe that's where some of this anxiety is coming from. Or you could have had a blowout, right? So you're trying to reconnect and go back to the way the relationship was before. If it's not a child for you, it's just that kind of relationship. So that kind of close bond. This is a person in your life that other people don't understand the bond that you have. That kind of, and I was saying missing a piece of you, right? Missing they kind of fulfill your heart here, the rest of your heart, fill you up. And that's why you have hope for this relationship. My dove, when the wings are wide open here, this is like an epiphany coming into you, right? A messenger here from heaven, your angels coming in. So this is an aha moment. Maybe this reading, the fact that you stumbled upon this reading at this time to talk about this relationship, this person. There's the hope here, but I feel like you're going to have a sort of an epiphany, kind of aha moment, related to like what to do next here. On take more time to heal, connected to this individual, the person in your life here that you're concerned about. The circus is about chaos, chaotic environment. Not knowing if they're coming or going. Again, I get that feeling of like this is a new dwelling. So that again, this could be somebody that moved away recently or moved out of your home, and that's why you have lack of control, because you're not getting as much insight or oversight. You're not seeing them as much, as often. This could be a best friend that, maybe they got married or had children, like their lifestyle is changing. So that impacts your relationship with them, your lifestyle with them. So there's change of environment here. So, and feeling of chaos and lack of control, and it's taking more time to heal with this individual. So, don't rush things. An adjustment period is really kind of being highlighted here for you. Like you're in an adjustment period, but you don't have to just sit back, right? It's right next door to your yarn here. Also, fresh start, changing their environment, fresh start. So fresh start for them, fresh start for you, and how you're navigating that right now. But you are going to have this kind of epiphany aha moment. Like I said, if it's not this reading, then it's going to come to you. Maybe in a dream, like maybe in your dreams state, you'll kind of wake up with, okay, I know the answer. Like the sleep on it, right? I'm going to sleep on this, and I'm going to sleep on what's my initiation. Like, what am I going to initiate? What am I going to take control of? What am I going to focus my courage on here, my confidence on here, as it relates to the relationship, and the future of this relationship? Maybe that'll come to you. And we have the Vespa. I'm going to move the cards here. So the Vespa is on the surface level stuff that I was saying here in the physical only, and conflict is coming. And the Vespa is also a messenger. I always see it as like a courier service. So you're being sent an important message, some important insight here, which might be prepare for this conflict that's coming. Maybe you'll be able to avoid it. Maybe they're telling you to, through this reading, take more time to heal. Like pause and just kind of think about your first step here before you start to manifest and pull the yarn. Think about it, because we have peace, we have love, we have courage, kind of very calming, quiet, thoughtful emotions that they're pushing towards you. So maybe your emotions are like I at the beginning of your reading, I was quite nervous, right? I was shaking and things were sticking to my hands. So they're trying to pull your energy back into this calming space to kind of avoid this caution here, avoid this conflict that could potentially be coming here. And they tossed the graduation token out. So I mean, it is June, and for me here in Canada, June is graduation day and elementary and post secondary. So again, we have this moving away, this next stage, and child. So graduation, child, next stage, moving from home. This very much could be a scenario for you, for some of you Cancers joining today, that you're going through, right? The adaptation period, the milestone in age, right? This could also be moving on to their first profession, and like I said, getting married, the first child in the home. Like this is a major life milestone, and that's what this charm signifies. And there's a caution here for you to not be like emotionally hurt by this. They're not moving away from you. They're not leaving you. And like I said, you have this hole in your heart here that you're kind of developing and allowing yourself to develop. Almost like I wish they wouldn't marry that person, or I wish they wouldn't move to that country. I don't understand why they're moving to another country. Why are they doing that? And again, it's out of your control. You think the future of your relationship's just going to end. You're going to lose contact. There's kind of all that messaging here. So, and connecting back to my nervous energy off the top. So sort of this fear of what's happening from the major change in their life that's out of your control. So this is definitely a relationship where they're kind of moving forward. Maybe they've hit a milestone, and maybe you're feeling a bit left behind, which is never the case. We all move forward through life on our own timeline. Okay. So well, I mean, I was looking down at the other cards, but chaos and conflict, and we had chaos and conflict. So a caution here to see how he's transforming, right? He's shedding. So you don't have to face chaos or conflict. If you change your role, right? He's going from playing a giraffe to playing a zebra, even though he's a horse. So, change your role in the relationship, change your dynamic, change your approach. He's not moving, right? He's kind of quiet through this transformation, just kind of, go with the flow, which is the fish, the message from the fish. Like, you need to experience this experience, especially if this is a first in your household, right? First child leaving home, first marriage in the household, first person in the family to have the child or grandchild, first person to move away to a new country, as I'm kind of drawn into the Sahara kind of looking landscape here. But there is a request here for you to do your best to kind of calm down and change your role here, and a fresh start, right? The manifestation of this being a fresh start, an opportunity for kind of a newness of your relationship, and we have the fresh start here of the transformation. So serendipity coming from our aha moment, your profound aha moment, and it's you're going with it. So again, if it's this reading where you're just like, okay, I understand, I understand that I need to just go with this flow. Well, that's your aha moment, right? You're your acknowledgement, acceptance of receipt of the message of what you need to do, how you can move forward in this. So kind of 2 cards here of of actions that you can take. We had 2 other cards here. And so we're getting the call back here to the family unit, the child kind of relationship. And mommy kissing the baby, sending them off to school, sending them away from home, right, with the suitcases there and the little birdie. So there's a lot of emphasis here on the change in dynamic of your relationship with this individual, in terms of there's going to be distance between you, and or they are definitely going through a personal growth stage of themselves. So they need to do this, they need to go off and have this experience with your love and support. So, don't be mad at them. This could be a choice of school that you're not happy with, or this is, like I said, this could be I'm working abroad and you're not happy about that because of the distance, of course, right? We want to keep our loved ones close, right? Keep them where we can keep them safe, where we can watch them, be with them. And unfortunately, you gotta let your bird fly here. Not easy to do, to sit back and allow someone to kind of go out and spread their wings and have their own lived experiences, to enter the world and live it through their sort of fresh eyes. And then we have milk and honey, which is a very positive message here. You're bathing here. You're a lucky elephant bathing in your 2 favorite things, milk and honey, at the end of the rainbow. But it's a baby elephant. So I think this is and look how you're smiling down at them. So if you change your perspective to one of, again, love and support, instead of a sense of loss, a sense of I have no control on this matter. If you just love and support from afar, you're making them happy. You're supporting them in their success and in their growth and their achievement, because they're here at the end of the rainbow. So abundance and prosperity and knowledge with the elephant. So this is going to be a very positive experience for them. Whether it's like I said, going off to school, a new relationship, moving in for the first time, their first child, moving abroad. So essentially, the angels are, try not to stand in the way. Like, this is a situationship within your deep love relationship, where you actually need to step back and just be there supporting, and offer the distance, but you're still connected, right? Again, there's distance, but you are connected, so you're always going to be in communication here. Okay. So I'm wondering if this is just like one group of those of you joining today. I don't know, because that kind of felt like a full reading for me. There was quite clear closure there, but I can understand why there was that sort of melancholy energy and vibe that I was feeling towards your sign. So let's dive in here and see what we're getting paired with. I don't know why I went for the cards first. Go with it, right? Go with the flow. So we'll go with the cards first. So we have blessed. And let's kind of see while we tune in here. I'm blessed. I'm really focused in on you. She's really pulling me in here. But I feel like I'm looking at you, even though I'm not seeing any of you guys. So maybe June is going to be half you need to let go through love and support. And the other half of the month is this is an opportunity for you to tune into to self, um, and focus in on you. I don't know, I'm having trouble with my camera with your reading so much. The focus. Probably your nervous energy. Technology does pick energies up. And then we have the pensive thinker paired with that. So again, focusing in on you. So if you are entering the stage of empty nester, right? The next block is empty, but look at the opportunity that's kind of hanging about here, floating around you. So, this might be their time, but it's also your time. Maybe that's why I went to the cards first, because they want us to now realize that this reading is shifting from your relationship with them to your relationship with self for the month of June. So Cupid, he's sitting on time to move on. So a period of change, right? We were just talking about how you're adapting. June is a shift for you in your lifestyle, in your relationships with this key person in your life, child or not, whoever they are, this close connection. And he's a messenger from heaven, right? He is an angel, and he brings in love. His banner says with love. So know that your angels, sort of your loved ones that are on the other side, they're gently nudging you here and kind of wrapping you in this warm, loving embrace of, you're hitting a milestone here. You're going through a change, and we're acknowledging that, and it's a change that enables you to move forward as well. Like I was saying, their change is also your change, your opportunity here. And so we have transformation. So if we're talking about change, and we have my major transformation charm here, right? Blossoming into a butterfly, your gut instinct. And I was saying head and heart was battling in the intro. I wanted to go here, but my head wanted to go here. So I think you'll probably notice that in this period of personal growth that you're heading into, this separation that you're going to have from this loved one, in distance, I'm saying, I think it's going to improve your intuitive abilities. It's going to encourage you to tap into your intuitive abilities more, and trust your gut energy here, but also trust your gut that you can do this, that you can allow them to go have their experience while you start to focus in on yourself here. So we have support and burden that my glasses were on. And my glasses are about needing to change perspective, to see a situation in a different light, to remove any rose-colored glasses you might have on. So you might be forcing yourself to see a situation in a different way. And we were talking about that over here, how you were seeing this as a situation not in your control, but you do have a role to play. You just need to realize what role you have, which is support, that this isn't a burden. This should not be a burden on you in terms of emotional burden. They do not want this to be emotional burden, so change your perspective to sort of that supportive. And I think it's paired here with your intuition as a reminder of you can change your perspective because your intuition is strong, right? Especially if this is a child, that bond is just in terms of intuitiveness, it's undeniable. I wasn't sure if I should come down to the heel first or sort of the mailbot. Past life lesson is being paired with my heel with the butterfly. And this is a caution about jealousy, caution about emotions. So maybe you've already gone through this experience, and as I was saying, sort of this empty nester vibe. So maybe this is your If you have multiple children in your home, this might be the last one, your baby of the babies. Um, if this isn't that child kind of leaving relationship, but maybe this is a love relationship where your partner maybe has to, maybe they work in service, right? They serve, so they're being shipped away, sent away, um, as a delegate. Maybe they work in a profession where they have to be away from you for the year or whatnot, and you've been here before, and you've reacted emotionally before, right? Because you are kind of losing the closeness, the proximity, the physicality of the relationship. But they want you to learn from those past experiences, which is that they're returning to you. While they're away, how do you grow? Like, how much do you get to grow? How much do you transform and renew your sense of self? And this is that opportunity again. So again, this looping back on messaging of see this as an opportunity for self. So it's on romantic. We have my compass, which is a change in direction, an encouragement or message that you need to change direction. So again, change perspective, change direction, stop focusing on them, start focusing on yourself. And it's paired with my appearance charm. You'll getting attention, being seen, being heard, and it's on romantic. So this could be an opportunity, right, with the children out of the home for you to renew your deepen your romantic love with your partner, your companion, or to seek. You have opportunity now to seek that love. I actually just finished watching the series on Netflix last night, Later Daters, which was sort of this scenario, right? The children have moved on, or they're doing things. They've been a widow or a divorcee for a period of time, right? They had time to heal, and now they're manifesting a fresh start, right? They're focusing on themselves here. They're being seen. So that could be a similar story. So maybe that's why I'm kind of coming off of off of watching that series. I take nothing as coincidence anymore. So just a really beautiful reading here of June of when you feel like you're not in control of where a relationship is going. It's just a matter of changing your role in that relationship, taking initiative, being emotionally calm and stable and brave and confident. And then making sure June is about yourself as well, and how you're transforming, and how you're moving on to your next level, and how people are seeing you, and what direction you're going to move in, right? Time to move on. So what direction are you going to go from your past lessons here? Personal growth period. So actually a beautiful June for you. I look forward to connecting with you in July to kind of see how you're doing here in your renewed kind of role, renewed dynamic, I should say, actually, of this relationship. I actually want to see your progress here on your ongoing personal growth, and let's see what the story is in July. I think it's going to be a complete opposite energy instead of melancholic energy coming in. I'm already kind of feeling like this elephant up here. I'm feeling energetic, get up and dance. The ballerina here will get up and dance. So definitely look forward to reconnecting with you all. So see you guys next month.